End of the day is I just want to ask you guys one question and just lift your right hand or left hand, it doesn't matter, right? But just indicating if you feel that and I don't want to say matrix because matrix is like very Andrew Tate style, right? It's already like too far. Some of you guys will think, okay, what's up with this guy? But I just want you guys to answer honestly if you think that the world is different than how people taught us the world will be. Okay, just indicate with one finger if you really think that the world is a little bit different than what your families, the school, the system at the end of the day is teaching you. Okay, so I see a lot of hands. I will tell you a little story. I started back then when I turned 18, right? And hopefully everyone is 18 and above here, okay? When I turned 18, I, for the first time, got together with my girlfriend. We rented an apartment, and that was the time when I understood I don't know shit about life. Right? Someone here that does not know shit about life, I don't know shit about life, right? I'm like, okay, how do I do this? The contract, how do I pay the fucking rent? Where do I send the money? Like all the kind of stuff, insurance. I was like, bro, what kind of insurance do I need? Who do I need to call? Right? I was calling my mom like, bro, why don't I have electricity in here? Right? What do I need to do, right? And I'm not a stupid guy. Like, I'm not the smartest, but I'm not stupid. But I figured out that life is so much more of besides of what they teach us, right? So this event today, what we are doing here, our community, what we do all over the world, right? And for what we came here is to educate you guys on a different view. So as you guys are seeing up front, I want to change your financial view. I want to change your view when it comes to finance. Why finance? Can you guys imagine why finance?
It's important.
Because facts. Because finance is important, right? I'm not gonna cuss. I cuss so much, but I'm trying not to do it today, but it is so important, right? So if finance is important, why does no one teach us about finance? Why do schools don't teach us about finance, right? Perfect. She said they want us to be slaves, right? It's not what I said, right? It's what she said. I'm just kidding, all good. So it is facts, right? But we will talk about that in a second. So when I started to go back to that a little bit, when I turned 18, right, I figured out that I don't know shit. I figured out that I need information. So what did I do? I went to Google, right? I Googled how to learn about finance, how to learn about trading, how to learn about crypto, how to learn about, investing money and getting money back. My parents, I come from a normal household. My mom, like I always say, a woman made me a man. My mom taught me everything about life. She pushed me and my little sister through life, right? She had 3 jobs, working every day. And I grew up with the mindset that you need to work hard to make money. I grew up with the mindset that money is always scarce. I grew up with the mindset and seeing the results of not having money and how impactful it was to the family, of my family, right? I don't know about you guys, but most of you guys know the situation when the washing machine breaks down. Bro, when the washing machine breaks down in our household, it was crisis, right? Worse than COVID, right? If the car broke down, escalation. It was crazy. We didn't have the money for that kind of stuff, but we needed the car, we needed the washing machine. So while repairing the fucking washing machine, shit, I just cussed, it doesn't matter. While repairing this washing machine, I swore to myself, I will not depend on money in my future, and I will have enough money for my family and for everyone. That's how I started. But what I needed to do is I needed to turn my mindset, right? Because all the information that I got at the end of the day, right, is what I'm saying here. Where did you learn from? I learned from, I'll ask you guys. Is it okay if I ask you guys and you just respond? Okay? So just indicate your hand, and then you just say it, okay? So it's a bit easier so not everyone yells at me, right? It will be a bit difficult. So where does the information come from that we have learned? And I already talked about it, but I want to see if you guys understand it.
Internet.
So internet is one. Yeah? School? Books?
Our environment.
Environment, perfect. Mentors, yeah? People in general.
Advertisement.
Media, right? Advertisement, media, what else? Parents. Okay, same time, perfect. What else? Where does the information come from that we learn when we grow up? Yeah?
Maybe from our mistakes.
Okay. So let's say, like myself, I grew up in a family where money was always a problem. So most likely, how will my future look like? Most likely, I'm set to have trouble with finance, right? Because no one never taught me about finance. No one told me how finance works. I know that back then, I knew that finance and money is shit, right? My family always said, if you're rich, you're an asshole. I don't know if the Latvians also have that saying, but in Germany, I grew up in Germany, right? It is, if you have money, you did something wrong. If you have money, you scam people. If you have money, you are an asshole at the end of the day, right? Then there's another word, I don't know, like another saying in Germany, I don't know if you guys have it here, but it is you work until you? Perfect, okay, so you guys are the same, right? It's not so far from Germany you guys are, but it's the same thing. You work until, so it's pre-programmed, right? It's stuff that we already know. So what I have here is what we just said. Most likely we have parents, school, society, media. Someone still watches TV here, public TV? Okay, I'm so glad that changed, right? 5 years ago when I asked, the room was full of people saying that. But you guys have Netflix, right? Yeah. Okay, that's the same thing, guys. Okay, I also watch Netflix, okay? But Stranger Things, the new episodes are dope, so if you didn't watch them, check them out. But the thing is, right, we consume media, we consume all that information. I will give you one little example. Remember your childhood. What is it that you as kids watched in TV or on TV? Let's say with SpongeBob. Let's say because I also watch it. Now let's go into the characters of SpongeBob. Who is the rich? What's his name? Okay, Mr. Krab or Krusty Krab or whatever. Now tell me about him. If you would explain me his characteristic, how he is, tell me about him. He's greedy. Okay, what else? Arrogant. What else? Hello? Okay. Selfish. What else? Sorry? Smart. What else? He's rich. But everything that came before and afterwards is like he's rich, but he's also someone that is, focused on himself. He's always angry. He's always bad to people, right? So when you start to grow up, and that's what you watch, and I watched it too, right? What else do we have? There's a series with a duck. How is it called? Donald Duck, right? There's like this three nephews that he has, like little ducks, and then there's him. Tell me about him. Characteristics. If you would have described him, or if you have to describe him.
He's a family guy.
Okay, what else? I don't know if he's a family guy, but yeah. What else? Same thing, right? What we just said about Mr. Krab or not? Tell me, guys. You guys, what did you guys watch? Tell me. Let's stay with what we just talked about, right? It's the same thing. So he's rich, right? He's very greedy, an asshole, bad to people. Again, very, very rich. So what I'm trying to say, the point that I'm trying to make is like, if you are young and that's what you watch, how high is the probability that you will adopt the same thinking by just watching it? Because every movie, every series, and it starts with kids. It's not like it's movies for adults, but most movies, most media teaches you that if you have money, you have a bad life. You're miserable, right? You are a bad person, right? So that's crazy for me. If you really think about it, how crazy is that? So the manipulation starts from the beginning. Now, understand me, I'm not here to spread any theories. I'm not here to go against the system. I'm not here to say that jobs are bad. I'm not here to spark a revolution. Not in the country, but in your mind, right? Because you guys have to understand that everything at the end of the day is a system. Now, if you want to break out of the system, you will need above average information. Everything that university teaches you, and if you have a degree, you are successful in life, all good. Congratulations, right? It's not a bad thing. I'm not saying that. But everything that comes above that, everything that you want beyond that, life, freedom, money, decision, having your own opinion, right? Being able to maybe travel to other countries when your country is currently fucked up when it comes to this. And you guys are seeing it, COVID. And I know that COVID was very hard, the same in Germany, right? Now, I don't want to say that COVID doesn't exist and stuff like that. Let's leave that aside, right? And I'm very sorry for anyone that had troubles in their family, maybe lost people. I'm very, very sorry for that, right? But let's focus on the facts. And the facts is what you see right here. That's only America. Imagine the whole world. In America, as you guys can see, they had a pandemic of 12 weeks where they had lockdown. Now, in that, they lost, or basically Americans lost, or 44.1 million Americans lost their job. And now check the last point. I don't think I have to say it. You guys see it for yourself. Okay? So who profited from all of that? The rich people, right? And next slide that I want to show you is US billionaires profiting most from the pandemic. Check the increase. We don't have to talk about the numbers. The numbers we don't even get for ourselves. I cannot even say this number, bro. But let's focus on Elon Musk, for example. 851% increase of income, of wealth, right? Jeff Bezos, 46. Bill Gates, 32, 74, 123, 123 for Sergey Brin. Now tell me, guys, how much did your wealth increase? And the wealth of your families? Negative? So it's probably it's the same number like somewhere over here, right? But with a minus before, right? Okay, so you guys are getting the story, right? Now these are facts, guys. It's not like a theory. It's not like conspiracy. It's not like I'm a YouTuber talking shit. You guys know that intrinsically. You guys know that what I'm saying is true. But you guys most likely are ignoring the facts and you're like, okay, that's life. That's how it is. Why is that? Because you guys have to understand that at the end of the day, hard work is not the key. It's smart work. Who works? Do you guys know people that work very hard? Do you guys know people that work very hard? I know my mom, for example. My mom is a beast. Who do you know that works hard? The people working in a hotel. Yeah, facts. Who else? Yeah? Your mom too? Perfect. Who else? Who do you know that works really, really, really hard? You do? You guys do. Like most likely you work very hard, right? But are there people that work less hard but have more money than you? So what they do is they work smart. Now, I always say, understand that, I'm a very hard-working person, but I always say, find a smart opportunity and then work hard, right? And why is that? I will talk about that later to give you the understanding why there's such a big difference, because that's the education that no one teaches you about. The government, no one is interested in teaching you about that kind of stuff. Again, she said it, not me, because they want your slaves. Who pays the most taxes?
Country.
Let's say it's people that work, the normal working force, right? Let's take Apple, for example. Apple is an American company, yes or no? Yes. Perfect. Where are their headquarters?
Dallas.
No? So they have this big circle thing, right? That's one of the offices, like crazy big. But it doesn't matter where that is. Now let's talk about the taxes. Where do they pay taxes? They don't. They pay in Ireland, right? So they have the company structure set up like so complicated that no one of us understands it. But one thing that we have to understand is they are not paying taxes to the US American government. They are paying less taxes than in other country. Now, do you think Apple, they are the only ones? People that have money, they move, they go somewhere where they don't have to pay taxes. Everyone that I talk to that is over 6 figures a year, so makes more than 100,000, the first thing they think about is how do I avoid taxes, right? I, for example, I moved to Dubai because taxes in Germany are fucked, guys. Like fucked. It's not like here, right? It's a different thing. But the crazy thing is that all the information that you will take in today, not my part, like all the speakers, and you guys, I said, you guys know it already. You guys know that it's a fact, but the problem is what you're lacking is you are lacking an opportunity. Now, why are so many people still continuing with the system? Because they will always defend what they depend on, right? What you depend on, where your daily bread comes from, your normal life, what you got into your minds, programmed as being a young student, whatever, is what you will defend, because you cannot go against your own programming. It's not possible, right? You cannot say yes, but then don't mean yes, because in sense of psychology, you cannot do that. What you stand for, what you depend on, is what you will always defend, right? So when we defend that, one thing that you guys can do is, as I said, be open. And when we talk about, and that's actually from Andrew Tate for the people that already know it, right? But it's facts. I try to figure out why are people, even though they know it, even though they know that there's more out there, even though they know the system is kind of rigged and kind of sense fucked up, they know that there's an opportunity, but why don't people really take it? Because either they have an ego, right? Many people have an ego. Some of you people will sit here and say, oh, look at this guy, he's just saying fuck all the time and blah, blah. Why should I listen to this bearded idiots, right? Right? Some of you guys sit here or stand here and you're like, oh, okay, but that's not for me, right? It's, okay, I listen to the information, but it's not for me. I cannot do it. I don't trust myself. It's not a business for me. I'll continue with whatever I want, right? And that's completely okay. You can do whatever you want, right? Every one of you guys are free, but you're not free in mind. So another one is lazy. Who is like lazy in here? Like, let's be honest. I'm also lazy. We are humans. Everyone is fucking lazy. That's what we are. Humans are lazy naturally. So what do we need to not be lazy anymore? Can someone tell me that? Change the mindset. What else? Hustle. What else? Find purpose. Very good. We first need to know, say it again. Motivation. Find your why. Find your why. First of all, you need to have an above average desire. Can we say above average desire together? On 3, 1, 2, 3. Above average desire. We need an above average desire. Most people just have their normal desire or no desire anymore. Why? Because let's say you were born. If I asked you guys right now, and you have to respond to me. If I ask the boys, we go with the boys first, okay? if I ask the boys, the men in here, what kind of car would you have told me when I asked you when you were 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, what would you respond? Lambo. What car do you drive now?
Now?
Yeah.
Opel.
Okay. What else? Like, I'm not roasting you, don't get it wrong, right? But we continue. GTR, and you have a G... Huh? Okay, what else?
Ferrari.
Okay, what do you drive now?
I drive a Ferrari.
Sorry?
I drive a Ferrari.
Oh, let's go. What else? So you had a Y, right? What else? Okay, so what do you drive now?
Mazda.
Okay, what else? Like, don't understand it wrong. I'm not roasting anyone. I don't even have a car. I had a car in Dubai. I don't have a car right now. But it's not roasting, right? It's not against you guys. But the point that I'm trying to make, who else wants to continue? Someone? Like, come on, guys. Every one of you wanted a Lambo, a Rari, a Porsche. Camaro. What do you drive now? Nothing. Okay, like me. What else? Okay, what do you drive? Okay, what else?
Airplane.
Airplane. He wants an airplane. Okay, let's get it. I'm the same, bro. I also want an airplane. Perfect. So what do you drive?
Audi.
Audi. Okay, that's nearly an airplane, bro. Nearly. Just put some wings on it and maybe it flies, right? But the crazy thing is, the point that I'm trying to make, and we go with the ladies. If I ask the ladies, what kind of profession, or not even profession, right? You all wanted to become princesses, whatever. But what is it that you wanted to become back then? If I would have asked you, and what are you now? Who wants to go first? And also for the men, like man, astronaut, yeah?
I wanted to be a teacher, but now I'm structural engineer.
Okay, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Diplomatic.
Okay, oh, say me. And now? What are you doing now?
Studying.
Oh, so you're starting on the way to become,
Yes.
okay, perfect. What else?
Firefighter.
And
Manager.
manager. Okay, that's also the same thing, bro. Like you are like taking care of the fire inside of the company, right? Okay, same thing. What else?
Surgeon.
What are you?
And now studying for a lawyer.
Okay, perfect. But let's go like more when you were younger. Imagine your dad or your mom asking, let's like princess, right? Come on, guys. Like don't tell me anything else. What else? Man, for example, president, right? Yeah? Say it, say it.
I want to be a psychologist.
Okay.
I am.
And you are? Perfect. What else?
Cosmonaut.
Sorry?
Cosmonaut.
I didn't get it, sorry. No, I just didn't hear you.
Cosmonaut.
What,
Say it in English.
what is that? Oh, an astronaut?
Astronaut, yeah, like astronaut.
Okay. Are you astronaut? Okay. Okay, so the thing is you guys are getting the point, right? Can we say yes or yes?
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. So you guys got it, okay? So the point is, we grow up, we have all these dreams about life, we have imaginary friends, we see world different, right? Everything is cool, everything is nice. And then what happens is reality strikes us, right? Reality just happens. And we lose our dreams. It's not like when I still remember when I was 16, 17, 18, I still kind of believed in that dream that, I can become whatever I want and whatever maybe your parents told you. And you can still do it, but most likely you use all your goals, all your dreams on the way, right? Because people will tell you, grow up, right? Your parents say, grow up, don't dream anymore, right? Don't be stupid about that. Good grades, good job, good life. But it's not like that, you guys know that. So being close-minded at the end of the day will cost all your potential. So one thing that I want you guys, for me it doesn't matter if we see us again, whatever you do with your life, I wish you all the best, right? It doesn't mean that I'm done, but I'm just saying that one thing that I really can, and I want to teach you guys, and hopefully that's what is going to happen, is that you guys from now on just have a more open mindset. Okay? That you guys just see the world a bit different and you understand that there are other ways. Because I know that every one of you guys wants more, because it's human nature to grow, wanting more, becoming more, personally growing, right? Because I believe luck, being happy, comes from growth. It doesn't matter where. Growth in communication, in friendships, in money, investments, whatever, right? Maybe new cars. It keeps us like, there's a kind of attraction to new stuff, to new things, new countries that you want to travel to. Am I right or right? Yes. It is facts, right? So if you grow, somehow life becomes very worth living. Now the crazy thing is, money will not give you that. Money is an instrument, right? It will give you opportunities, and we'll talk about that in a second. But the point that I'm trying to make here is, before we talk about that, is that do you know any, let's say it's like that, do you know any superstars or anyone that end up killing themselves, taking their lives? Like someone that is very successful, where you would say, oh, they have everything, right? They're a superstar, they're famous, they have money, but why do they do it? And first of all, give me some names. Whitney Houston. Who? Avicii, yeah, yeah. Who else? Sorry? Yeah, I don't know every name, right? I'm just asking a question, doesn't mean I know all the names, right? You can give me whatever names, I will just say yes. But we all know people, right? Now, what do you think, why did it happen? Because in society's minds, in our minds, they have everything we desire. But why do they end up doing that? They get tired. They're not happy, but why are they not happy?
Maybe they're lonely.
Maybe they're lonely. Too much stress, yeah. Not fulfilled. No purpose. So let's say they become very successful. So they kind of had a purpose maybe. That's why maybe it pushed them. They had it before, so it kind of stopped. So somewhere there's a point where they stop to do what they love, right? Because if you go, for example, to musicians, or to, I forgot her name. She's like a very famous, or she was a very famous designer of handbags. Like, it's not like I know about handbags, but I just know the story. But she stopped and she kind of killed herself. The thing is, I don't know if the same happens here, but let's take a look at older people, just older people. What is it that they do most of the times? They? Okay, what else? Routine, what else?
Complain.
They complain, what else? Think of Windows. Maybe I'm getting you to the point. Think of Windows, old people in Windows. Sorry? Say it again, sorry? Yeah, that's fact. I don't know. In Germany, like that's like a cult. I don't know. In Germany, that's normal. Like you see old people staring out the window the whole day. Like when it's summer, like you just see heads, right? You just see heads of old gray people, like gray hair, staring out the window. Why is that? Because they stopped. Like for example, my mom, even though I sent my mom money every month, which was one of my biggest goals in life to give her the financial freedom, she still continues to work. Why? Because if she's not working, because she's used to work 3 jobs. Now she's doing one and she's getting in one. Like I had to fire her. On the first job, I had to call the boss and fire her, right? Because she wouldn't do it. Because it's just like, it's a routine, it keeps you going. So if you stop to do what you love, most likely, life is not that important anymore. And that's the same thing with our community. What I'm saying is, imagine yourself in a community. Imagine yourself with people where they think positive about goals, growing, financial freedom, where they have fun, where there's a purpose behind it. What will happen to your life? What will happen to your life if I tell you right now to look at your 5 closest friends and tell me their income divided by the number of the people, and then it's your income? Because you will always be the average of the people you hang around. And you guys know that, but you're still not changing it. If you hang around with 5 people, they smoke, you start smoking too if you didn't smoke before. If you hang around with, imagine you hang around with, like, let's say you're completely clean and sober, you don't do drugs, nothing. And you start to hang around with 5 people that do drugs and alcohol every weekend. What will you end up? The same thing, most likely. You will be the same. 90% you will turn into the same thing. Why? Because the information, the influence, everything around you, even if you don't want it, it will impact you, it will change your mindset and everything. So the reality created is by the information that you get. One thing that my mentors taught me, which changed my life, is information changes situation. Now the crazy thing is the old ways of wealth creation are out. So when we come back to money, because that's what we're talking about, and don't feel sorry to talk about money. Some of you guys, when I say money, it kind of hurts in their ears. Because like, oh, he's talking about money. No one talks about money. I don't know how it's in Latvia, but in Germany, bro, if you talk about money, they're gonna get kicked out of the country, like swear. It's crazy, right? You don't talk about money. If you talk about money, you're an asshole, you're ignorant, you're arrogant, whatever, right? I remember when I talked about money with my mom, she said I'm an ignorant asshole, I swear, right? My mom and I were like we talk like brothers to each other, right? But it's crazy. When I told her I'm gonna start a business, what did she say? It's risky, it's a scam, be careful, continue studying law. What else? Anyone tried to open up a business here and told their parents and friends and family? What did they say? But the only thing that defines most likely everything out there is money. Health is money. Food that you can eat. Quality of food. Quality of drinks, right? What else is defined by money? You guys have to tell me. What else is defined by money? Education.
The place where you live.
The place where you live.
The fun.
The environment,
Fun.
the fun, yeah? What else?
Quality of life in general.
Your time?
Quality of life in general.
Okay, perfect. I'm so proud of you guys, honestly, because you're just very open to it. I feel like the last I'm doing that since 5 years. Everywhere in the world, America, Dubai, Germany, Switzerland, Austria, it doesn't matter where I go, I always ask the same questions. And the crazy thing is what I have noticed is that in the last 5 years, people are changing. People are seeing that. People are understanding that, right? So it's really crazy, and I really love to see that, so I'm very, very proud of that. But money is, at the end of the day, what you make with it, right? Money is just, it's just energy, it's just a tool. But I figured out that with money, you have less headache. With money, you have opportunities. You can see the world, you can travel, you can impact, right? The stuff that you do to yourself with money, the stuff that you can afford with money is nice. It's nice treating yourself nicely. But do you know what is more beautiful? What I found out for myself is giving it back to people that you love. I will tell you a little story, and please understand, when I talk about my results and about my life, I'm not doing that to brag, right? I know where I come from. I don't need to brag. I don't need to talk about shit. And I'm not the most successful person in the world, right? I'm not that. But I kind of have good results that I think some people want to have. But one story that I can tell you before I give it over to the next speaker is I had some stuff in my past with my mom where that changed my life. And so, you guys have a past too. Everyone here has a past. Everyone had shit in their life or still has shit in their life. And one thing that I can give you guys is take the energy, the negative energy, funnel it up, and turn it into positive energy. Because what happened to me is, and that's just underlying what I'm saying and the power of money, because I want that everyone is on the same page. I want you guys again to understand that money is a good thing, that money is not bad. You are not a bad person if you talk about money, right? It's an important tool in your life where you can impact a lot of stuff. But I still remember that I'm half Portuguese, half German. I've been born in Namibia in Africa. I came to Germany when I was 5 when my parents lost everything because of war. And my mom, as I said, worked hard, 3 jobs, got through life, pushed me and my little sister. And the crazy thing is my mom worked so hard that we could afford to travel to Portugal once a year. Only once a year, right? Just to see my family, just to be with them. And I still remember we missed the flight back. And I still know how much it was. It was 608 euros, the whole flight. And we had to pay another 600 plus euros to get back. My mom started to cry at the point of the airport, right? Because she knew, and we knew, we don't have the money to get back. So then hopefully, and luckily family helped us, right? We stayed with family from my night. I've never seen, my mom started to cry at that point where they told her we need another 600 euros, and she stopped one day later. The whole night, the whole time she was crying. And it was the time where I told myself, fuck it. Fuck whatever they tell me, okay? I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna push, I'm gonna educate myself, I'm gonna become a better version of myself to give back to my family. And I still remember one thing, I moved to Dubai like half a year ago, and I got 2 business flights, or business class flights for my mom and me, but I didn't tell my mom, right? Just like a little surprise. And I still remember she entered the plane and she started to cry. And I don't remember why, I was like, what is wrong? And I kind of messaged this into my group because we are very open in our community. And someone told me, Miguel, you told us once that you were standing at the airport with your mom and she cried because she didn't have the money for the flight back. Now she's flying business class with you. And that's the moment where I saw it's not about me. Yes, I treat myself nice, right? But treating people around you nice, giving them money, paying them, I believe it's the most beautiful thing in life, if you can provide, if you can give. Because we as humans, we are enslaved nowadays with wrong information, with pandemics and whatever, to just be stupid, to just be slaves, to just be ants, to just be someone that follows orders. But in every one of you guys lies greatness. So at the end of the day, I didn't talk about everything that I wanted to talk about the biggest wealth transfers right now. The easiest way currently, what I would say out there is that we talk about crypto, right? Because crypto is people's money. Crypto gives solutions. Who made money with crypto? Just raise your hand. Who lost it again? Everything? Okay. Some of you guys took profits, okay? Same with me. So I'm going to be very honest with you. The biggest wealth increase that I've seen in my personal life was getting financial education, partnering up with a community, founding a community because I didn't know anyone, getting the right people, and taking the opportunity of Bitcoin dropping before the pandemic. Just a little profit of that paid my transition to Dubai, the flat for 1 year, everything for 1 year. Just some of the profits. Just because I got educated. So crypto, and that's my result, again, not bragging, my result, but crypto is changing lives. So you better get educated about that, okay? So I want to give it back to our dear host, Tanisha, which came from Australia, as you guys already know. And hopefully, one more time, as I said, hopefully you guys got some information about it. Funny is, I didn't talk about what I wanted to talk, but it's always like that. I just deep down from my heart, I just wanted to give you that information because I believe you can take this information, get out of here, and just hustle in life, just focus on becoming a better personality. Not about money. Don't define yourself with money and results of money, but you growing personally. Growing your body, growing your mind is the most beautiful thing and what you guys can achieve. So I just wanted to give you that. Thank you so much. I give it back. And guys, next speakers are crazy.